American conservatives have hated Google for years, blaming them for everything from deplatforming people, providing biased search results, especially on YouTube, to favor the woke libtards, influencing elections, influencing public opinion. Trump himself has been pissed. Now, this is important because the FTC and the government is now slamming Google with anti-competitive allegations, which are literally at the brink of breaking up Google. There are two major lawsuits in action right now with a single judge who will decide the fate of Google in each case. The first is for search, that Google dominates search results by having exclusive arrangements with companies like Samsung, and the Chrome browser dominates the scene to the point where Google is automatically plugged in to phones, to computers, creating a monopoly. And on the other side, the second suit is about their advertising model, pretty much doing the same, pushing everyone out, stifling competition, eating up all the spoils, and this is no bueno, to the point where literally, after years and years of litigation, tons of back and forth, Google is really on the precipice of much of their business being broken up into pieces. Now, all this aside, I think Google's biggest existential problem is AI. I'm starting to go to ChatGPT for just about everything. When it first came out in November 2022, it was relying on old data. It scraped as much information as it could, the folks at OpenAI, to train their large language model. Public domain, and even some shit that might not have been, and that's a whole separate litigious issue with OpenAI ripping copyrighted stuff too. But that aside, it was old stuff that they scraped. Year and a half old. Because it took a lot of energy to take all that stuff, train the model. But the models have caught up. They're getting a lot smarter. And the chip power needed to do the processing is soared NVIDIA to being the biggest company on the planet. The end result of this is, as I'm saying, I'm not the only one who's using ChatGPT and Grok and Claude and all of these bots for all my searching. Because now you're getting real-time info pulled from the web, searching the web, and you also get those sources. So like Google, when it aggregates the info, you can just click on it and you're taking to the source website in case you're curious as to the source and you want to dig for yourself. That's Google's real problem here. They're slow to the plate with AI, with their Gemini, and they're doing some of the same shit with Gemini that they did with Chrome, with search, and with AdWords. What the fuck? It's like they can't learn, they can't grow up, they can't figure out that people are getting pissed off, governments are getting pissed off. So they're cramming Gemini down everyone's throats, just like they did Chrome and search and AdWords. So Google, I think, is pretty fucked. Not only will the government succeed in breaking them apart in one way or another, but the bigger challenge, as I'm saying, is the bots. And the bots are going to transform not only search and advertising, but the entire internet. Why would anyone go to websites at all if the bots can answer your question? And people who are creating content will pump their content right into the bots. And advertising, the advertising will be through the bots too, in terms of preferred content that gets aggregated and spit back out at you as solutions to your queries. So I think the days of Google are limited. Now, they need a new CEO for starters. Pichai's got to go. And they could have a turnaround, just like Microsoft with Satya Nadella, who in my opinion is the greatest American CEO probably for fucking ever. Microsoft was headed into the toilet similarly to how Google is now. They were being outpaced in technology. Their old model of retail software sales was in the dumps, and their enterprise solutions were getting tired too. And Satya turned it all around, cloud-based subscription models, and embracing the heavy data model that AWS did at Amazon. And they caught up and even exceeded it with Azure. So Google could still turn around, but to me what the most interesting thing of all this is the transformation of the internet itself. And Google, which started out revolutionizing search and advertising in digital, is now the dinosaur. And they got to turn into a spring chicken fast or they're fucked.